Okay, I am back. So for blue, oh, before I forget, because I will, because I'm ditzy like that, I want to say hugs and blessings to Nikki, Susie, and Daily Dose of Paper, and then a super thanks for the super sticker to Black Coffee Wildflowers and Mr. and Mrs. Helm and Sandy. Thank you guys so much. Super kind, and I thank everyone for kind comments, and just, you guys rock. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so for blue, I've chosen a piece of paper for my blue winter. I'm going to use this. We're going to make like a little pocket thing. And then for, what was the other one? Flower. I'm going to do something with this thistle flower. And I'm not sure exactly what kind of thistle that is, but anyhow, there it is. So the first thing we're going to do is fold this. I'm going to score it. At 3.5. I think I'm going to use this image here. So what I want to do, it's a little backwards because we're going to have to go 3 3/4. Normally I would use, the middle part, but I want that image. So we're going to try to make our pocket and keep our image over here, which can be a tiny bit tricky, but do our darndest, right? And then I'm basically just going to score it again where this piece of paper meets, so that it's the right size. Sorry, I couldn't remember which one I had marked with the black line. And that black line is great if you need a spot where you can just easily line stuff up when you're not necessarily measuring. That's a great way to do it. And then what we're going to do is cut this down because I don't want it quite this tall. So that was just a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. So I think I want it 5.5. Looks about good. We're going to actually go to 6 because we're going to have to fold some up to make our sort of pocket, kind of like a, what do you call them? Sorry, girls. I should have probably cut that first, but that's okay. Coin envelope. Sorry. You guys are like, wow. Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, so I'm going to fold back this way, just enough so that, I can have that flap to close up the pocket. Nice. And then you can score that again so you get a nice clean cut. I'm going to keep this flap because that's going to fold to the back, and we're going to cut these other pockets off. This is the second time I've had to do this. Messed up my video right from the start. It's going to be one of those days, just a warning. It's Sunday for me, and I was struggling getting myself to make a video. I started another digital. Here I said, I'm not going to do that many digitals, but I keep finding really cool images. And when I find cool images, I take advantage because sometimes it's very hard to find anything that I like or can use or whatever. So, and it's another fall one. I think I'm just really into the fall thing, is what it is. I mean, it's always been my favorite, but I've never made so many fall digitals. So, yeah, hopefully that one will be coming out soon. It's kind of a Edwardian era, ladies and fall and gents, ladies and gents, to go with my ladies and gents silhouettes that are in my shop. I have Sherlock Holmes silhouettes and ladies and gents silhouettes, and I'm sorry I don't have them right here to show you, but if you pop over to my shop, you can see what I am talking about. And that is thank you to my lovely friend Carol Laws. Thank you, Carol. Fabulous idea. The Sherlock, and she said I should do some ladies and gents too, because I had the Christmas set of silhouettes. But that was it. That's as far as I ever really got. And then she was saying you should do the ladies and gents. And then we got talking about Sherlock, so I did a Sherlock one too. So It's always nice to have somebody to bounce some stuff off of, right? And I'm just gonna glue this in just to strengthen that edge because it's just copy paper. And I had a question about that. I use Southworth. Oh my gosh, I can't find my glue book. Southworth is the paper that I use, the copy paper. And I have my fan going. I'm sorry if that's annoying. It's actually very nice today. It rained and it's cooler. So I'm just trying to bring some of that nice cool into the house. I need another glue stick. That one's lit. But yeah, it's really nice. And I do like it when it rains. Especially in the summer because it just cools it down. So it's very nice. I know my daughter probably wishes they had that yesterday. They went on their first road trip with the band to play at a game. Hold on just a minute. I can't. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I cannot find my ink. I thought I was losing it. I mean, I know I did some stuff downstairs, but I didn't remember taking my ink. So I'm also working on, I'll show you guys. I have 2 pages done. I have 1 more page to go. These are the originals, but this will be another digital using that second fall fodder stencil with the pumpkins and stuff. So that will be coming your way probably this week if you like those and are interested. They are fun to play with, that's for sure. So I hope you guys are enjoying this challenge. It seems like you are. I know there's quite a few people who are participating, which is so fun because I love seeing what you're making. I guess that is stuck down better than I thought it was. I didn't think it was stuck, but it's pretty stuck. Yeah, I've seen lots of people have been tagging me on Instagram and stuff, and it's just so fun to see what everybody's up to. And lots of people are doing Christmas. A lot of people are not. So feel free to do it however you like. Does not have to be Christmas. Like this is just winter. This one that I'm doing for blue. But you could do a blue flower, for example, or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have to even do winter if you don't want to. You could do blue pumpkin. You know how a lot of people are doing like pink pumpkins and blue and just different colors, which is really cool. That would be fun. I didn't even think of that till just now. But just another option. And then we're just gonna glue that flap. And I should have done my thumb notch right. I always forget. Were you yelling at me to put in my thumb notch? I'm telling you. I heard y'all, but it was too late because I was too busy yapping my jaw. Okay, we're just gonna put a little one in. Hope we don't glue our pocket closed here. It's probably better. It gave that glue some more time to set on that old book page that I glued in there. Because we know these punches don't like being wet and cutting. Okay, another reason to have that book page there. Just adds to the look. Put a little glue here where I missed. And I think that's good. So there's that pocket already, just like that. And then you would just glue it, you know, down onto your page and have the pocket there. I mean, obviously these are super simple, but if you've never done much of this, then there you go. And I also have this kind of cool mica paper that I made using glue and water, paint, and some mica powder from oh boy, Artesa's mica powder. But I noticed that Tim Holtz does have a mica powder spray now. Sorry. So that is another option. I don't have any of that, but I do have mica powder. 3 3/4. So this I'll probably go with a little bit less, where I'm gonna score it if I can find where I set my little my word, Amy. It's gonna be one of those days, guys. I'm not kidding you. My scorer. Oh my gosh, it's right next to me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, literally. Right out in the open. Okay, so that was 3 3/4. So we're gonna go 3 1/2. That way the tag will fit nicely down into the pocket. And the reason I'm scoring it instead of just cutting it is because I want to fold it so it's double thickness, so that you know, the back's already covered and you can write on it and all that. So yeah, if you get a chance to play with mica powder, it is really cool and great for winter projects, cards and whatever. It's very fun. Put this in here this time so I know where it's at. Okay, and then we don't need that long either. What am I doing? Because I want this to fit in here. So I'll cut that again. I usually don't like this cutter, but it seems to be working pretty good for me today. Some days it doesn't want to cooperate. It's a little bit finicky. I'm going to leave my ladies on there. Oh my gosh. I need a new one of these. Let me grab one real quick. Yes, I am a mess today. I agree wholeheartedly. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I want to, I want to put them at the top so that they look out. But what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to cut them off, or, you know, like I've done before in the past with the large portrait Tim Holtz paper dolls, I want to do the same thing with this. I feel like we just want a little bit of them sticking up, so they can go about there. So we could do something that they're standing on. Don't know. Piano paper. I won't use this whole piece. That might work. And then let's see if we can find like a phrase or something. These are all Christmassy. Could say, in the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to see if I can find something. Okay, I'm back, and I have covered up some of the glare. Yeesh, that was so blinding. Sorry about that. So I found things that I'm going to use. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this down a little. I just want them peeking kind of over the top like that. So I think it'll work just to turn that into a tag. Did I get them? No. This thing, I'm telling you, sometimes it works perfectly, and other times you're like, how did you not make that the same when I put it in the same slot? Okay, and around our girls here. Put a little on here. On this side, it's kind of got some marks on it, but do I care? Not really. Adds to its character, right? I think I will turn it this way. Yeah, I think that'll work well to just have them right at that spot, like that. And then I just have a piece of book page. Old book page. Trying to think. I don't really want to cover up all those, but I think they're all going to get covered up. Little cuts in the paper. And then we're going to put this. This is from Shabby Dabby Doo Dot. I think I'm going to punch those holes in it. If you're looking for labels, she's got some real neat ones. Don't put your fingers in that thing. They will get chomped. Speak from experience. So yeah, you can join in this if you're new and this is the first time you've watched one of these. You can join in this challenge at any time. Like today I drew blue for number 19 and flower for 20. And it's not like it has to be done by any particular time or anything. You could start right now and just keep going with us. I mean, until we get to 50 pieces of ephemera is the challenge, or whatever. If you do a different type of art, if you do mixed media or whatever, do whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. These little snowflakes are also in my Etsy shop. because it's just fun, and there's really no rules other than just, you know, use the prompts. That's it. Oh, I need that still. What am I doing? And then these I'm going to have, like I said, they're going to poke their little heads up. And I'm just going to go right off of her jacket there. So basically from there down needs glue. And their little heads. You could ink them some more or whatever on the back if you want that covered up more. A lot of times what I do when I use these, and I just forgot, is I will back them with like coffee dyed paper before I use them. And then that way, you know, you don't have that problem. But it's not that big of a deal, I don't feel like, so I'm not that worried about it. Always gotta get glue all over them. Shaking the whole table. Okay, so now they will go down into the little pocket. It's catching up on something. What is it? That one's loose, but that shouldn't have done it. Okay, so then they will peek over like they're watching over their brothers and sister or whatever. I had a sticker here that I leaned on and smashed and knocked on the floor. Baby, it's cold outside. But they don't care. Kids don't care. They go out and just have fun. I think I might put down a piece of tape first. I was going to put it second, but I think I need it first. Some blue washi. And then we'll put this on. That way you could use it in a Christmas journal or in a winter journal. So either way, it would work. Okay, so then for flower, we're not doing anything even Christmassy. We're going to do a pocket again, same idea, out of my Spillin' Tea. Sorry, could not think of that. Digital. And this one's, again, we're going to do, I'm just going to do 3.5 again, just so it's the same, or 3 3/4 is what I decided, huh? 3 3/4. Because I want the lace here to show. I actually want it over here. Is that the right one? Yeah. Yeesh. And I know you're supposed to fold the other way, blah, blah, all the mountains and valleys and that whole thing. But I just fold it however it works. However it'll work for me. That's what I go with. Okay, and then what did we end up doing with that? 5.5. And these bits won't get wasted because when I cut them off, I put them in my little scrap bin. So like that'll go in the scrap bin. And then it'll get used for whatever comes along. Oh, that needs to go away, so I don't lose it again. So we're gonna do this one just like we did the other one. I'm gonna leave the middle flap so it folds up behind. Or was it this one? It's this one I'm leaving. I'm getting rid of these two. It's confusing when the middle flap is when you're using that middle section. But of course these ones I wanted those two edge images. So and we'll put some of this paper up there just to strengthen it. And I know it doesn't go all the way, that's fine. It's more that front pocket that I don't want to get torn. Okay. Oopsie. It's the problem with old book page, it just disintegrates. It's actually good to glue it onto stuff because otherwise it's just gonna fall to nothing. Okay. And I don't need this much of this, right? Nope. Sorry, I have it caught up on my corner tag thing. Tag corner thing. Something like that. And that will go in my scrap bin. Okay. It doesn't want to fold now. But you could definitely fold them with the middle part being your front if that's how you want it. It just so happened that both of my pieces, oops, I always forget to cut those corners. Both of my images were on that edge, so. These are another great mass make project because you can just, you know, make up a whole slew of them. You could glue this one to the inside too, but I like them on the outside. I don't know why, just do. No real reason. It goes to the back anyway, so just one less thing to get caught on your tag going in and out, I guess. Try to get the middle. Okay, then we've got our pieces of, where did it go? Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Got stuff everywhere but where it's supposed to be. I think I'm going to tear that out. You could cut it out for sure. Might be too big. Now that I'm looking at it, I guess not. Now I'm thinking, do I want this on the tag or what? Or on the front? I think we'll put it on the front, maybe. Yeah, it's going to take up a lot of that. So maybe we'll put one of these thistle borders on the front. And these all come out of my, those old books I have from Amazon, Memories of a Lifetime, that I've shown lots of times. And I don't even know how many of them you can still get. But there, you might also be able to, if you search thistles like on Google or something like that, I bet you could find some of these exact same images. Do I want it over here? Yeah, let's do that. We'll turn this into a tag. So I think I'll just use this other piece of my paper and we'll score it at 3.5 again. What am I doing? I want this side though. Ay, ay, ay. 3.5. Oopsie. I'm gonna do it just like I did the other one. Will that fit on there? Just had that sudden realization. Not very well. Okay, well, we're gonna try to make this work. Seriously. Did I get it crooked? I must have. And then what did we say it was? Five and a half. Should always come from this direction. That much I do. No? Okay. So it's not really going to matter which side I use because the front side's going to pretty much get covered entirely. That was a real poor job I did there. These are great to make out of coffee dyed paper, which is where I got the original idea, was from Gail Augustinelli. Was making them on her YouTube channel. Using coffee dyed paper for the pocket and the tags. She was just making the pockets and the tags, you know, and then decorate them up later, kind of thing. So that is an excellent way to do it. And then just have a whole bunch of them ready to go whenever and pop them in your journals, decorated with whatever you're making your journal out of. So that's where I got the original idea from. Not my idea. I want to use some of these bits. I kind of like this theater thing over here. And these are just cheap papers that I got off of Amazon. They are like vintage scrapbook papers. If you look them up, they come up under that, I think it was. But they're great for collaging because they are a thinner paper. I'm not going to see a whole lot of that anyway. like these numbers over here. I'm sure you're surprised. Oh, there's letters and numbers. Okay, I don't know what else it needs. Definitely needs something. Oh, I know. Where did that go? Had a little bird. This is always the problem. I get too many things out and then I don't know where to put them. I don't know, but we'll just use one of these. Okay, let me get that stuff glued down. There it is. That's what I was looking for. I knew I had it before I started. I was thinking it could go like, maybe like that. Or it could go on the front and put something else there. I'll see what I find in this sticker book. Oh, I think that this paper actually came out of this sticker book, and this is, I'll try to remember to link it in the description box below the video. It's just a Amazon thing. Let's see what else we can find for there. Something a little smaller maybe. That won't work. It's another little birdie thing. And they're just washi stickers. So very handy to have sitting around. When you don't know what else to put. And then you can do some kind of stamp. I'll put the other bird on the front. Just a cork. Where's the other? In my like hairspray bottle or squirt bottle, whatever, little top. This one. Some little doodles. I don't know what I want. think that's good. And then we need to clip those corners. This one's not going to have anything hanging out the top like the girl's looking over the top of the other one. It's just got its thistle on there. But yeah, I mean, you could make these in a million different ways. So that'll go in there. And then we'll have these thistles on the outside and our bird after I throw it around a little bit. We need another glue page here. Up here. Still feels like it needs something. Let's see, maybe there's something in here again. Oh, I do like the stamp. The stamp would work. Set that out of the way and get this glued. And this is just a Tim Holtz stamp stamped on coffee dyed paper. Postage, not postage stamp. This is a postage stamp. Too many stamp things. Right? These are fairly sticky. I don't know that you really need to add glue, but I usually do. And I'll do a stamp again. Actually, I think I'll do a bigger stamp like the bottom of my water jar here, or water bottle, water jar. I'll do a smaller one. Actually, maybe I'll use this. I'm not going to stamp the whole thing, ink the whole thing, I should say. I kind of just want it to fit in there. Alrighty, there it is, all done. So we have blue, 19 is blue, and 20 is flower, and really the more flowery thing is this. But I think I'll put a piece of fabric or something up there and stitch around that, and I'll probably stitch around this one too, or at least up the sides. So anyways, that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, I hope you join in, because you don't have to do, you know, Christmas. As you can see, you can do other things. So I will chat with you again soon. Love you guys. Talk later. Bye.